Boo.
Ah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I really feel bad about doing that. But it's Halloween.
Ha ha ha.
Well, see, that's what we were trying to get to earlier. Halloween's one of my favorite holidays. It's one of our favorite here at Indoor Media. We really go all out for Halloween. And so today for Bounce Rate, what we're going to talk about is, we're going to talk about scary movies, one of my favorite type of movies. But we're going to talk about scary marketing. One of my least favorite marketings is when it's scary. And so today we have some analogies of horror movies, some iconic scary movies, and what are some situations or feelings that we have whenever we're trying to market that fit that. Well, first of all, do y'all have any favorite scary movies outside of this exercise?
For me, my first scary movies was Alien.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
Scared. I had.
Have you watched the new one?
I have. Yeah.
Worth it?
Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
Romulus?
Yeah.
No. The series. Alien
Earth?
Alien Earth.
I loved that. I loved Romulus.
Okay.
Alien Romulus.
Romulus is the movie, right?
Yeah.
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 I felt like it was a return to form. I genuinely I had flashbacks of watching the first Alien or Aliens and being excited. It was
So what and Alien was a horror movie, but Aliens was an action horror, which was it was
that's
good.
Those are good.
But nightmares.
I love I don't even consider them horror, but I love zombie stuff.
Zombies, yes.
The Walking
Horror?
Dead. I mean, but
it's totally
it's horror, but it's
I know.
Yeah.
It's like horror with personal interest.
But we were talking earlier, my first experience of horror was really Thriller from Michael Jackson.
That's such a bizarre thing. I don't think of you as being that young, because that came out in.
I didn't watch I didn't watch horror as a kid. It wasn't in my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you watch Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street?
You know what? I did, but not when I was younger.
None of the what was Jason, the camp one? Oh my God!
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
You didn't see any of those? Carrie.
I feel wait, did Thriller or those come out? Or those
They're
predate?
kind of all around the same time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Thriller was my first one because I loved Michael Jackson as a kid.
But dancing zombies scared you, huh?
Just the way they did it.
I'm telling you, that was my first thing where I'm like, I can't take a shower, I can't turn my back, because that was genuinely frightening the way that they were moving.
Really?
Yep. Because I was, when I was a kid, MTV was closing up. They were.
And for me, it was in its prime. MTV was that's where I watched my stuff.
Yeah, so this would have been 90s. So I was just they were showing it probably around Halloween or something, and I remember being like, that's scary. Now, I started on horror movies early. My mom showed us the movie Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh yeah,
which the old classic version of that. Yeah, I know. There's something about that really is just isolating.
For those of you listening, I just did my best Donald Sutherland impression at the end. It was really good.
Isn't that just making a face is weird? I think it's why, and we're big fans of the 28 time units later movies here on this podcast. I think that's why that movie. There was a similar thing when Cillian Murphy was walking into the thing, and the two rage zombies look up at him, and you're like, "What is going on?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So did your parents watch horror movies?
Yeah.
Growing up, yours did.
My mom did.
Okay.
My dad got.
I don't think my parents have ever seen a horror movie. So.
Yeah, it's funny. That's one of those things. My parents and I know my in-laws. It's just not something they cared about. They're like, why would anybody go see a horror movie? My wife is she's like, I don't want to see sci-fi. It's fake. I'm like, yeah, I know. So are love stories.
It's all pretend.
That's very true.
Well, I'll kick off our little comparison conversation, and the one that I feel like is a good comparison to some of the horrors of marketing a local business is The Birds.
No, you.
Was that yours?
Yes, I was totally going to do the birds.
Oh my gosh.
That's fine. That's fine. Do the birds. Do the birds.
No. You hold on to the birds because
No, it's okay.
the one because the
It's
other.
so funny that you were going to do the birds because you were just talking about Vertigo.
Oh, is that what kind of?
I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. We're going to do classics. And I was like, oh, you know what is a classic movie is the birds. But
Well, you know what? No, but you know what? I was already on the
think.
I was already on the fence about it, and the one that I'm.
Well, I need to know if you had the same way you're gonna.
Oh, there's no way we had the same way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I will pivot because I was on the fence between that and the one I just said, which was Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So let me kind of describe for those of you that aren't familiar with Invasion of the Body Snatchers. What happens is I think some kind of pod falls to Earth, and it is an alien pod, and aliens begin to recreate. They
snatch bodies.
They snatch bodies, and they create.
But they become the body.
They become the body. They create a version of the body that looks like it, and it sounds like it, but it is not the same thing. And one thing for me that is, so I remember I was marketing one business, and we were doing an event, and we were trying to just get the word out on this event. We did paid promotions, we did meta ads, we did Google ads and stuff, and all the engagement was so high. It was like, oh, there's so many people RSVP'd for this thing, and all these people. And then when the day came for this thing to happen, none of these supposed people that were real people.
The snatchers didn't show up.
The snatchers didn't show up. And it was honestly really scary because, especially when you are talking with or like if you're going through a digital agency or even through Google or Meta themselves, they really sell their things as saying like, hey, look, if you do this and just put this budget at this, you're going to get impressions and you're going to get engagement. And, you'll do it. You put the budget behind it.
It feels like marketing.
It feels like it. It feels like you're going, oh, look at all these people that saw this ad that I made. And then maybe you even get some comments. Maybe you get some people tagging people. But they aren't necessarily real people. And so, that's a tough lesson to learn, which is how much value to put in metrics like impressions versus conversions to actual ticket sales and stuff. And so that
I would argue impressions are very valuable as long as if body snatchers aren't the ones viewing your impression.
Well,
but that's the problem, right?
That's the scariest part because we've had other situations where we market an event and then tons of people come and then those people tell other real people and it's all organic. It can be hard to tell the difference. It's going to be hard to tell the difference between one that's genuinely going viral and one that's going viral-ish, just because they need it for the numbers.
So the body snatchers in this case, or bots. I don't know. That's it's gonna make a reference to the Adam Sandler Billy Madison movie, but anyway.
But did they talk about body snatchers in that?
No, they just he's going on and they're having the debate at the end where he's going to win the company or not, and he says something about economics is what he's supposed to be talking on. And he says, "I'm going to talk about the little lost puppy,
right,
or society."
Oh, I see.
That's pretty good.
Anyway, so that is my local marketing horror, and that is how do you tell which impressions are real people that are going to come to your business, and which are body snatchers.
I think maybe we should just end it.
Yeah,
that was good.
Drop the mic. I'm
out.
out.
I mean, leave on a high note.
Yeah, it's almost as if
the
real Roger.
Honestly, I need to hear the birds thing though.
So before I forget it, because this is really important to you. So there is another subgenre of horror, which is like horror comedy action.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like The Evil Dead.
Love it.
Army of Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
And the one that is particularly important for James is They Live.
Love They Live.
Because They Live, which I thought of because the body snatchers, like there's people walking around, they're aliens, but they look like humans. And if you have special sunglasses on, you can really see them. And when James and when I first started my business, I had this tagline, and it's, we're here to build websites and chew bubblegum, and we're all out of bubblegum. That line came from They Live, which James did not see until 20 years later this year.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Did I come to you and be like,
you're like, I know where that line comes from.
He stole it. That's
I finally get it. No, I just thought it was just something you created in your mind.
And it was.
Yeah.
As well as somebody else having created it.
Love it. All right,
okay,
Eric.
here's the birds. All right?
Yeah.
This is how I'm going to do that. Alfred Hitchcock, everybody knows the plot, right? The birds are the bad guys. They come attack, they flock around you and so forth. And the reason I think the birds is so much like marketing is because marketing is like getting pecked to death by ducks.
Yeah.
It's just
I can attest.
Every duck that comes out, you're like, I'm gonna try digital. I'm gonna try Facebook. I'm gonna try, and you try these little, and each little thing, and it's just little peck, 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 peck. One little peck, not a big deal, but it's just peck, peck, peck. And people get into a death spiral of marketing where they jump from channel to channel to channel. They don't revise. They don't figure out what's going on. And you just end up in this horrific bird attack of little tiny death by 1,000 cuts, little tiny things over and over and over again. And then you get to the point where one of our reps comes up, because it never occurred to you that unconventional print was the way to go. And you're like, advertising doesn't work. Like, well, it hasn't worked for you.
I'm going to add on to that really quick, and that is also like one of the really scary things about birds is, why do they hate us all of a sudden? Like, they were cool just a second ago, and now they're mad, and like that's another element of that, where a medium that you trusted and you said, you know what, we can reliably generate 10 leads a month from this email campaign. Suddenly, you can't trust it anymore.
Yeah.
Suddenly, it changes.
And suddenly, you've never used advertising your whole life, right? Suddenly, you're like, oh, advertising doesn't work. You can't do it. And I'm like, oh, where'd you get that buy one, get one donut? Right?
Yeah.
Was your car, did they, like, you just mystically appeared with, a Buick? No, you were advertised to. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's a good one.
Yeah. So, all right. Moving on, I'm going to talk about Smile. It's a little bit, first before that, I do think about the birds almost every day, because the grocery store near my house, like, there's so many birds.
Oh, and in fall in Houston, we get that migration of those blackbirds.
They're just, they're
like the ones from Alfred
oh my
Hitchcock.
gosh, like it's an absurd amount of birds.
Yeah.
So
I think we're actually, come to think of it, we're generally safe because birds have a partnership with grocery stores, and we also have a relationship with grocery stores.
Point.
So
yeah, so the friend of my friend.
It's my friend. We're all friends.
So Smile, I feel bad doing this one because it's a newer movie. Which you guys are.
It's still
I don't want to ruin
No,
it for
it's
somebody,
great.
but basically in Smile, a person like does this creepy smile at you and then they kill themselves.
It's a demon.
It's a demon.
The demon smile through the person.
Yeah.
Through the person.
Spoiler
Yes,
alert.
right. And if you see it, you're infected, right? You get infected, and then it's a cycle, right? Because then you get infected, you go through this whole process, and then you're gonna go kill yourself in front of somebody, and it's gonna infect them.
Yeah.
Well, that demon is a bad review, right? Like that bad review's out there. Guess what? Your customers are seeing it, or potential customers are seeing it, and it's affecting them, right? So, yes, we're all gonna get some bad reviews. But do what you can to stop the chain. You know what I mean? Stop the cycle. Put a good response on there. Reach out to the customer, see if you can get it removed. Can't always happen, but
it's true. It's a mental thing. If someone has looked and there's 10 negative reviews in a row, they're gonna have a negative headspace going in. And the funny thing is, there's been situations where I have been so pleasantly surprised because I'm like, oh well, I see 6 negative reviews very soon, and I'm not sure. And then I go in, and it's fine. And it's like, well, we, just culturally had this moment where all of a sudden this negativity is spreading. And that's why,
the demon was in him.
Well,
maybe as an employee.
How many movies have we done where the person, like the person shows up and saves the child, and then that child saves somebody, and then that person,
Ooh,
right? We don't
that's
have
like the
that movie.
opposite,
We don't have that movie at all.
Pay it forward.
Yeah, we don't have that movie in any way. I cannot think of
because we like
anything,
violence
because-
and
Chain of
death.
cause.
and just like we love a good negative review way more than we distrust
That's
a
true.
5-star.
Yeah.
But a 1-star, we're like, oh yeah, they got screwed. That
What's
was
funny
totally
because
the
it
business
does
part.
take 4 1-star reviews to offset one
About
1-star review. Is that the right math?
5 stars. You got to get 3 5 stars
3 5 stars to offset one.
to offset one to end
equal-
up at a 4.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, like you see 3 good reviews and you're like, okay, but that one bad review is equal. You know what I mean?
I don't know now. Yeah.
yeah. You got to be discerning. You got to make sure that you don't encounter a smiling demon. Just a general. I think that's a general rule of thumb.
And we have a free tool called Review Kit. Anybody can use to help, take control of their online reputation and their reviews. Totally free. It's a little speed bump, right? You provide them the link, the QR code to get to the review, and if they do decide to leave a bad review, it's first going to prompt them to give you feedback about it, and then eventually they'd have to take extra steps to get there.
Right,
So it really slows it down. So, and it's really good to know,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not really. We're not purposely doing it. You want to just. It's like all criticism. You want to keep the criticism private.
Yeah.
Right. So, if we were to do what you recommend for the reviews, what does the smile turn into? It turns into a short because the first person dies, and then you just don't do it.
Yeah, you're right. It's just
Yeah, which is a very popular medium right now, is shorts and TikTok. I mean, you can make a TikTok. It could be a 47-second movie
Yeah.
of this person smiles, dies, and you say, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not passing this on.
How does Sky Riley, the main character of Smile, how does she try to break the cycle?
When you say she's the main, because I saw the movie, but when you say the main character, she's not the. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a different movie. Okay, she's the one that has to deal with all the.
She's the singer.
Yeah, but she
Are we talking about Smile 2 or Smile?
Smile, the original.
Oh, I'm talking about Smile 2 because that's the one that just came out.
Right, but I mean,
Oh,
Smile's still relatively
Yeah,
less.
but you're-
Smile is all right, and she's the
Okay.
therapist, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, there we
yeah,
go.
yeah.
That's why. See, yeah, okay.
Well, and she doesn't break. I mean, she can't break it.
No, she didn't
she
get
do-
out.
yeah.
She goes on to infect somebody else.
That's
She
true.
tries really hard.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't
Yeah.
happen. Well, then y'all need to watch Smile 2 because I think
That's
Smile 2
right.
is great.
I haven't seen Smile 2, so.
So in about 2 months, we're going to be releasing the Christmas movie of marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Christmas marketing, and then a month after that, the romantic comedy marketing.
Yeah.
What's funny is, like, I mean, when we said Halloween in a movie, it took me a while. Christmas, bam, popped right in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so does that mean I'm a holiday person?
Yeah, it
over
means you're a
Halloween?
Christmas head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess so I didn't know
Yeah.
this. I've
Have you started
discovered
decorating?
something today about myself.
Have you started decorating?
No,
Do you decorate?
a little bit.
Is that like
No, I
little
mean
bits,
literally.
right? Like
we don't
literally
go.
little
We're
bit.
like the average decorators. We don't go over the top.
What is the official first day you can put up Christmas decorations?
I say after Thanksgiving.
Christmas, I say December 1st.
Yeah, I agree. After Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
that's the official. That's the because that's when you have time off.
Exactly. You got some time off.
Yeah.
And you did your Thanksgiving things. Now it's time to move on.
I can live with December 1st. I am perfectly happy shortening it a little bit, but
Well,
no earlier than Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we already have people doing it now
Yeah,
in my neighborhood.
so-
So.
I think Thanksgiving is the most underrated holiday.
Well, there's no song. That's the problem.
And I'm going to fix that. Please stay tuned for when November rolls around for my Thanksgiving song. So, to recap, number 1, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Make sure that you have a healthy dose of skepticism of your digital metrics. Sometimes it's a slam dunk, and sometimes you might be looking at bots. We always have to be vigilant. That doesn't mean that we stop entirely. It means that we have to be smart. We have to look around at what's working and what isn't, and we have to follow our instincts.
Yep. Dovetailing right into that, and I say dovetailing because it's tying into the birds. You don't spread too thin. Marketing shouldn't be a shotgun approach where you're just throwing everything up there and see what sticks to the wall. Refine your channels, because any one channel isn't going to be that dangerous. But if you spread yourself too thin and all of those channels, you're trying to do everything at once, you're not going to do any of them well, and they're going to peck you to death.
I love that, and I would see that all the time when we had the agency. Just everybody wants to do everything, and it's no, do something good. Once you've got it good, move on to something else. Because it takes time and energy. That's the reality.
Have that thing pay for the next thing.
Yeah, 100%. And then so you're gonna get a bad review over there. Do everything you can, like use things like ReviewKit to help keep that criticism private. But if you get that bad review, comment on it. Make sure that people are aware, explain the situation, or even try to reach out to the people and get them to change it.
But you got to make a reference to smile.
Yeah, because the bad review is like the demon and smile.
There you
that
go.
enters your body
An evil smile.
evil.
Not a good.
Bad reviews have demons behind them.
That's right. Don't get infected.
Yeah.
Don't let your customers get infected.
That's right.
Don't pass on the virus.
Yeah.
Wear a mask. Don't pass it on.
So if the bad review people are the demons and smiles, you need to be the exorcist.
That's exactly.
Get it out of here,
Folks. You wear a lot of hats. Put on your exorcism hat. Get that negativity out and start growing your local business. This is the time. Get out there. Do it. Any final thoughts?
I don't know. Have fun at Halloween.
Yeah.
That good energy if you have with your team, it'll infect your customers. Don't let the demon infect them. Let that positive energy and excitement affect them.
be somebody else. This Halloween.
Try it.
Try it.
It
It took me for a second. I was like, what? Oh, yes, it's Halloween.
Yeah.